everyone, my name's Danielle and I am a goddess guide and holistic coach over at Goddess Renaissance. And today I'd like to introduce you to the beautiful, the sassy, the feisty goddess Sekhmet. Goddess Sekhmet is the beautiful lioness goddess of Egypt, and she helps us to set really strong boundaries. Now, I don't know if any of you saw yesterday, I posted a little story on Instagram asking if any of you sometimes find it really hard to set boundaries around things like certain friendships, at work, maybe with your work-life balance, sometimes in the home and intimate relationships, or even with yourself. Anyone have the issue of having boundaries around your social media time? I know I sometimes have issues with that myself. So goddess Sekhmet is just the most amazing, beautiful goddess because she is all about fierce grace, that really strong fierceness that you get from like a mother lioness when she's protecting her young. That is her energy. But she's also really graceful, and she allows us to feel that fierce protectiveness for ourselves, but in a really graceful way. So if any of you have struggled with boundaries in any of those areas, whether it's things like just getting a good boundary across your work-life balance, getting good boundaries with certain friendships. I know all of us have had issues with, there's always that one friend who always has loads of drama going on, and every time we see them, we come away and feel really, really drained because there's just not that like reciprocal energy exchange really going on. We don't really feel cared for in the same way. There's a lot of outtake or a lot of give and not a lot to receive. And Goddess Sekhmet is just amazing at helping us to put out really strong boundaries around our energy and around our time and around our intentions, so that we don't end up getting sucked into like all these things that we say we didn't really want to do, and then we look back at the previous month or the previous year or whatever and we think, I don't know what happened. I ended up getting sucked into all this stuff. I keep getting sucked into going to things I didn't really want to go to with certain friends, or just doing certain things I don't really want to do, or maybe even in relationships we end up giving up boundaries. Particularly as women, a lot of us have a bit of wounding sometimes in our energy fields around setting really strong boundaries for ourselves, so that we can really carve out the time to do things that we want to do, or for self-care, for just our own energy care. We end up sometimes like caretaking others or over caring for other people, or trying to do certain things to get people to like us or approve of us. Does any of this sound familiar? So that's really, really common and really not your fault at all. It happens a lot through our programming and our culture. We often get inculcated to believe we have to be the nice girl and we have to give in order to be accepted. And for sure, there are wonderful aspects, of course, in terms of giving to others and everything like that, but not when it comes at a cost to ourselves, where we get burnt out and we get completely depleted. And then in the end, we can't take care of anyone at all, including ourselves, because we're just so burnt out because we haven't put those really strong boundaries in place. Now, sometimes this can happen in quite an insidious way, or in quite a subconscious way, where we can get into certain kinds of toxic partnerships. Some of you might be aware of the term narcissism or narcissistic personality disorder. You might know of someone, or you might have been in some kind of connection like that, or even just in those, there's a common energy dynamic of you're an empath and you tend to really energetically care for other people, and you have really open, beautiful, caring, feminine, nurturing qualities, and somehow you find that you end up being a bit of a magnet for people who tend to take from you, because it's just sort of magnetically a kind of chemical thing of how you're set up. So that's where, if you've learned how to put really, really strong boundaries in place and learned how to protect your energy field, not like to keep everybody out. We're not saying go live in the Himalayas and be a hermit and be sitting up there being like, where are my friends? It's not about that at all. It's about doing it in a really loving way, in a really self-honoring way. So Goddess Sekhmet, her medicine is all about helping us to do that and to step into that power and do that. So to give you a little taster today of Goddess Sekhmet energy, or just in general, setting an energetic boundary, I want you to put your hands together. So if you stand up, ideally, feel your feet on the floor, put your hands together, and if you rub your hands for about 30 seconds or so. Just get the energy going. You'll start to feel a bit of heat between your palms, and it'll start to feel maybe a little bit staticky. And when it starts feeling like that, then you can just pull your hands apart a little bit, and you might feel a tiny bit of pulsing in between your palms. Now, as you're feeling that, hopefully you can feel that. Just try doing it a bit longer if you can't. Start pulling your hands out and in, and just slow your breathing down and feel all your energy kind of just going into the ground. And just keep pulling your hands out and in and out and in, just really slowly. Feel all your energy draining from the top of your head all the way down into your feet. And as you feel your hands going in and out, you might start to feel almost like there's a rubber band between your two palms, and you're stretching the rubber band out and in. And that's your energy, and you have control of that. You're manipulating it right now. It's part of your energy field. So one little tool, tiny wee quick tool that you can do, if you're finding that you're, as an empath or just as someone who's really sensitive and you're emotionally really sensitive and you tend to pick up on other people's emotions and energy, you might come away from someone who maybe they're quite volatile or angry or upset, and you come away and you feel really, oh wow, like oh my gosh, you can feel it kind of their energy in a way in your body, or their emotions in your body. Or someone perhaps has gotten a bit upset with you, or some other friend has had a big drama, and you come away and you think, oh, I feel so drained, like why do I see this person? They just took my ear off for 2 hours and then I'm exhausted afterwards. So if you've got any of that going on, one little thing you can do is tune into your energy by doing something simple like rubbing your hands like this, just spending a little bit of time coming into groundedness and just feeling your energy field around your body. And then feel the energy around you and your force field around you, and feel if there's anything that's not yours. Feel where this might be in your body. It might be around your heart, or it might be a little bit further down. It might be in your stomach or in your gut if you're feeling like, ugh, I've just been like almost like sucker punched in the gut by someone. And then you can just take that energy. You can literally just kind of pull it up, scoop it up, and then push it out like this. And think of like Goddess Sekhmet, like think of a lioness protecting her cubs, right? That's very much that animal instinct energy of like, if you were to go to the Sahara, on a safari, and you saw a lioness, with her little cubs or something behind her, she would be on guard, right? She would be like, don't even think about coming near me. Her energy would just be saying that. It's that very like animalistic instinct energy. So Goddess Sekhmet helps us take that power back, that animal power, that raw vitality back. And she gets us to like come back into our bodies, really feel our energy field around us and protect it. Because if we're really scattered and we're up in our heads and we're not very grounded and we're not really in our bodies, it's really hard to actually protect our energy fields or protect our emotions from other people's energy just kind of like coming in and taking over. And that's how quite often we end up in situations where we get really drained. So it's just a good little energy management tool. You can try it particularly, say, in the morning before you go to work, if you find you've got any strong characters in your office, right? Or any strong characters you're dealing with, or whatever it might be. If there's just that one friend that tends to kind of disrespect your boundaries a little bit, or anything like that, you can just, before you go, just feel your feet grounded on the floor, come into contact with like your energy field by rubbing your hands, and then push that energy out. And just, you can even say out loud if you want, or in your head, you can say, no, I push your energy back to you. I return all your energy and all your emotions to you. And just really feel yourself like a strong lioness would be protecting her cub. So think of yourself as like your energy field is like a cub, like a baby cub that needs to be protected. And you can do that as like the mother lioness. You can call on that Sekhmet energy and protect yourself from other people's energy that's wanting to come in and make you feel negative or whatever it might be. So that's just one little tool. There's so much more that I can teach you around Goddess Sekhmet. She is the most amazing, amazing, strong and empowered goddess. She helps us to really carve out really strong boundaries so that we can step into our dream life. She really gives us that strong permission setting, really, to step up, to go toward whatever it is that we want to go toward. So that's why she is the very first goddess for my upcoming Modern Goddess Circle, which is opening on the 16th of February. Extremely exciting. There'll be 7 goddesses that we'll be working with, 1 goddess per week, over 7 weeks, and there will be 7 women. There's spaces for 7 women to participate. It's just a small group for this one. Enrollments are officially open now, so all the details will be below. You can either book straight away, or you can book on a discovery call where we can have a chat for like 45 minutes and I can run through a little bit more detail around each week and how it could apply to you in your life right now, all the different goddesses we'll be working with. But there'll also be videos coming out over the next 7 days, for the next 6 days. This is the first day, so for the next 6 days there'll be more videos showcasing each goddess and the energy that you'll be working with. So just to give you a quick rundown of the program, there'll be beautiful goddess meditation, beautiful goddess ritual, a chance to get to know each other, a chance to connect with sisterhood, which is a really super lush, nourishing and powerful way to step into your power, to cultivate confidence together, to have like a group of cheerleaders around you, really supporting you to go after your dreams, and to really start actually taking those steps to go after your dreams, because you'll have that accountability around you and you'll be tapping into that goddess energy to help really support you in going after what it is that you truly want. And setting boundaries is the #1 step and the #1 foundation that you have to do in order to start going after your dreams, because you really need to cultivate that energy, that life force, that vitality, to use it to go after what you really want. So my loves, I'm going to leave it there for today, but I look forward to hearing from you if you're interested in joining the Modern Goddess Circle, and I will see you tomorrow with another video on the next goddess, which will be for the 2nd week for the Modern Goddess Circle. All my love, bye. Well, I'm going for Sekhmet, but I think I actually look more like Mickey Mouse. With the, not Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse. Like they've kind of come out more like ears than like a lion's mane. It sort of didn't really work, but that's all right. It'll do. Got new rules. I got new rules. It's on your mind. Something about calling it 10 at night. Don't let him in. Over. I got no rules, I count 'em.